It's that time of the year where a lot of people have a bunch of time on their hands and nothing better to do than just simply disrupt the season for everyone else. So working hand in glove on this one, you got the ADL and a Democratic senator. Color me surprised that they come together to try to ruin a bunch of people's fun by painting them as people and holding opinions that they definitely aren't and definitely do not hold. Steam accused of normalizing hate and extremism in the gaming community and a new ADL report. I mean, bro, Steam normalizing hate and extremism? I don't even know what to say about that, man. Like, if the ADL is playing the Wilting Violet on this, they never, ever, ever would have survived the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Or maybe they did, and they claim that several million of their friends didn't make it out the other side. The Anti-Defamation League, a U.S. organization that aims to combat anti-Semitism and support Israel. Well, it's definitely all about one of those and using the other as a weapon. And has published a report alleging that Steam is rife with extremism and anti-Semitism and accusing Valve of allowing the spread of hateful and extremist material through a highly permissive approach to content policy. Like what exactly? No. You have an open marketplace, and that's bad because we don't get a cut of consulting. Like, is that all this is about? Like, the ADL is the biggest shakedown racket going right now. Okay, we've seen them do this to Elon Musk about a year ago. We're seeing them also trying to shake down Twitch right now. For as much as I detest that platform, you know, what the ADL is doing to them is totally unwarranted. The ADL said its report is based on what it describes as an unprecedented platform-wide analysis of public data on Steam. Yeah, it's kind of like that Twitter analysis that they did where they set up a burner account that they deliberately manipulated to just see some of the most targeted memes possible and said, oh my god, there's no way that you could go, oh, take a look at this hateful rhetoric that is right next to an ad on Twitter. Hey, look, would this company want to advertise next to something so hateful as this? Oh, I don't think so. We did a comprehensive look because we had somebody sit there and refresh the page time and time again so we could take an appropriate screenshot in order to manipulate the actual results. The analysis of public data on Steam, including more than 458 million user profiles. And I kind of doubt, and again, knowing the ADL and knowing their quote-unquote comprehensive research, don't believe you. 152 million profiles and a user group avatar images. Public-facing images. That's what you're worried about. And 610 million user comments. The ADL Center on Extremism found millions of examples of extremist and hateful content, including explicit hate symbols like Sonnenrads and Happy Merchants. Really? Now, I legitimately don't know what Sonnenrads is. I'm probably not even pronouncing that right, but the Happy Merchant meme? Like, oh my god, oh no, I'm running afoul of the ADL. Oy vey, shut it down! But this is a message board on a storefront that is festooned with asset flip trash. So, okay, I guess if you want to stand up for that, that's totally on you, ADL. Weird hill to die on. As well as copy pastas, yes, blocks of text that are copied and pasted, yeah, we know all that stuff. Shaped into swastika, oh my god, being shared on the platform. Clear gaps in Steam's moderation of this content inflict harm by exposing untold users to hate and harassment. Yeah, if there's that many instances of it on a platform that has well north of 458 million profiles and nobody's really cared about it so far because they understand that the internet can't hurt you. I don't know how many people are subject to the hate or the harassment, but you go ahead and you try to hold up your shield for them, ADL, enabling potential radicalization and normalizing hate and extremism in the gaming community. We're talking Steam. And we're not even talking, actual instances. We're talking about potential. There's the potential that's there. There's a potential that you could get hit by a meteor or a certain type of space laser if you walk outside. Whatever. Understanding the extent of extremism and hateful content on the platform is key to fighting the proliferation of hate online. And here's where we start to get into the methodology because, bro, this shit is absolutely a whack because, as Grums has it pointed out, okay, top extremists or hateful symbols on Steam, they're worried about Pepe's. Oh my god, they're here for our frogs, guys. The biggest instance of things that they are somehow offended by. Over 50%, 54.6% of the extremist symbols are different types of Pepes. And then at 9.1%, you got swastikas, then you got siege masks, and then the rest of the stuff just falls off precipitously. Like the previously mentioned Happy Merchant, 6,265 instances, accounting for 0.6%. This is pathetic. This is what the ADL is spending time and money on. This is what they're categorizing as a new report from the ADL Center on Extremism found that 1.8 million unique pieces of extremist or hateful content on Steam, the largest gaming marketplace in the world, including explicitly anti-Semitic, neo-Nazi, and Islamist terrorist material. Yeah, to the tune of 10,000 instances, maybe, potentially, don't know for sure or not, but it looks pretty scary. 1.8 million instances, right? Like that's big. In a platform-wide capture, the public, of all publicly available profiles, groups, and comments, ADL also identified 1.5 million unique users and over 73,000 groups who posted at least one piece of potentially extremist or hateful content. We identified 73,000 groups that may have potentially made spicy jokes on the internet. Heavens to Betsy, won't somebody please think of the gaming children? Most alarming, one Steam user, at least one Steam user, guys, at least one guy, there's at least one crazy guy on the internet, get a load of this, who posted extremist content, has committed offline violence. Oh my god. In August of 2024, an 18-year-old who shared, and they're out here trying to dox people, who shared a propaganda and a celebrated mass shooter attack at a cafe in Turkey, stabbing 5 people. How is that offline violence? Oh, you guys are just dickheads. God, the ADL sucks. Our analysis revealed 827,000 Steam profiles with extremist avatars. I doubt it. Like swastikas and eagles. That is doing heavy lifting because, bro, we got the numbers and it's just a bunch of frogs. You're scared of the frogs. Turning the frogs anti-Semitic. I don't like it. We also found 15,000 profiles displaying symbols from terrorist groups like ISIS and Hamas. How many are displaying images from terrorist groups like the IDF? This isn't fringe behavior. I mean, 15,000 profile pictures on a platform that serves, just about 1 billion people. I don't really know, man. But according to this, it's worthy enough to get the attention of one Democratic senator. That would be Senator Mark Warner out of the great state of Virginia. Virulent anti-Semitism is proliferating on social media platform Steam. Holy shit, man. This is your tax dollars at work, guys. Okay, on the social media platform Steam. He's an elected official. Exposing millions of users to hateful, violent rhetoric. I'm pushing for them to clean up their platform. Yeah, I mean, bro, we've seen what they found. I'm not that scared. Nobody should be that scared. It's a grift. It's a hustle. And clearly, you're in on it. As Madam Savvy has done a very, very deep dive into who Mark Warner is, it starts to make a lot more sense as to why he's doing the bidding of the ADL. If his name sounds familiar to you, that's because Senator Warner was exposed in the Twitter files released by Elon Musk and Matt Taibbi. Warner was part of the politicians and government pushing platforms to censor certain accounts, despite those accounts failing to show a pattern of behavior that supports his claim. Warner, who is among the most wealthy of all in the Senate, interesting, was a part of the Intelligence Committee at the time, but he has held power since 2009. Interesting. One of the most wealthy senators and one of the longest tenured senators. I'm sure that's just a coincidence, right? Though most of his wealth was amassed prior to politics, he has only grown his coffers since. Yeah, weird, huh? Currently, he oversees housing and urban affairs. BlackRock and Blackstone are very interested in this man. Oh, big shock on that one, huh? Intelligence and a few other things. He is also also the lead behind getting TikTok banned in America. Interesting. Which is somebody who doesn't use TikTok at all whatsoever. If I was to see the platform completely wiped off the face of the earth, I wouldn't necessarily shed a tear. But my principles, prevent me from supporting any such thing, given the fact that, the politicians want to say, oh, that's the Chinese Communist Party that owns all the information that's on there, and oh, they're using it to spy on elected officials. It's like, if the CCP really wanted your information, they would just go and check in with their friends over at Meta. It's not that difficult to figure out, bro. All of your information is out there, and if it's not Meta, it's Google. If it's not Google, it was old Twitter, or hell, maybe even new Twitter that's out there. If you post something on the internet, if you have any piece of your identity that's out there, understand that it's very likely that it's going to be sold off to somebody in a big data dump. It's not just a TikTok specific thing. It was also, if you circle all the way back around, and I remember doing a video on this back when the TikTok ban got announced, but there was another very interested party in seeing TikTok banned for certain extremist posts that were on there. Oh, right, that was the ADL pushing for TikTok to be banned. Interesting, huh? I do not want to believe this man supports censorship is such a black and white way, but it's unclear how he forms his opinions around it. The only thing I do know is that he speaks from a place of ignorance here today. Yeah, by given the fact that he called Steam a social media platform. What a dork. In 2021, he aimed to reform Section 230, yes, of the Communications Decency Act, which, yeah, while working in tandem with arguably the dumbest senator in the entirety of Congress, Mazie Hirono, oh, and Amy Klobuchar, oh, just fantastic people that he has on this council. Section 230 makes the distinction between publishers and platforms, and it is something that has been weaponized for a very, very long time. But if I see the ADL get in on this stuff, yeah, we already know what's at stake, what's on the line, and it definitely isn't anything pro-free speech. The ADL previously supported this and praised him for it, exactly. And given this and the clear history between them, why is it even small? Oh, why, even if it is small, this causes concern. You'll learn to write better. Why? Because he is now using a retort or report from them that is based on misrepresenting data to make egregious claims. Less than 1% of the accounts on Steam engage in sharing, yes, of Pepe the frog, which is just a meme. It's just a meme, bro. It is not hate speech, but it is. Oh, it is not right-wing. Yeah, Pepe's a universal meme that transcends the political divide. But yeah, open secrets, yeah. Some of his biggest spenders to his political coffers: Visa, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, Boeing, Microsoft, Amazon. I mean, this guy's loaded with great connections, so it's absolutely no surprise that he's working as the ADL's guy on the inside to try to take down Steam. But the response from Steam has been great, and this is the end of my slides. I have no other articles to share for you on this one because GabeN, he's looked at this stuff that has been percolating over the past couple of weeks and went, yeah, really don't care. Actually, Steam's just going to continue to be the one-stop shop for all your PC gaming, the fastest growing platform for gaming in the entire space, and continue to not give a shit about these awful censors. So as long as Gabe is still alive and kicking, PC gaming is in a fine space. But the moment that fat, unhealthy old man goes, yeah, we're going to have another problem on our hands. But that's a problem for the future. At this point in time, what's more concerning is how much taxpayer money is being wasted on these spurious witch hunts. Pathetic. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.